Today, I'm joined by a very special guest. He is a man who helped shape many of our childhoods. He is a legend. He is an icon. You remember him from the WWF, from WCW. He is Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz. Barry, how are you, sir?
I am doing exceptionally great and well all at the same time, and a pleasure to be here.
I appreciate you truly taking the time out today. It means a lot. Growing up, everyone knows the name Barry Horowitz, so it is an honor and privilege to have you on the show, sir.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for the kind props.
So going back, were you an athlete growing up, or what was it that caught your eye with professional wrestling before you got into the industry?
Well, that's a huge, long story, but I'll condense it. Basically, I saw wrestling on TV. It was in my mind. You know how when you're 13 or 14, you want to be
Hmm.
a magician, a doctor, a police officer. Uh, I knew this one was going to stick. I was
Hmm.
positive. At 13, I pursued and I read up on a lot about it. I researched it and I said, well, I got to start from the bottom up and basically, start working out, um, learn amateur wrestling, pay my dues in the amateur ranks, and progress. And then it's a matter of steps
Hmm.
of getting to the professional level. Um, it was hard back then, and now it's a little bit different because you got so many schools and it's a plethora of things that are almost overwhelming
Hmm.
um, to get in. So I'm really happy the way I trained and got in, and I'm really I'm grateful for the Malenko family and running into them and between them and Carl von Stronheim and Carl Gotch. I mean, you're you're taught by the best,
Hmm.
and you're paying your dues. You're learning it from step one. I trained for 18 months, and not because it took me so long. It was this was thorough.
Hmm.
These aren't promos. This isn't howdy doody stuff and ha ha and gaga. This is learning the ring, how to get in, how to perform, how to be a professional wrestler, be a professional athlete, all the tricks and trades and moves and holds and submissions, on and on. It's a lot. And also we were also taught just different things in and out of the ring, which I do at my seminars. I don't push it because I don't want them to think I'm their parents, but there's a lot than just getting to the building, getting your boots on, grabbing a headlock, one tackle, get it again. It's much more than that as far as conducting yourself as a human being, a professional athlete in and out of the ring, when you're walking around, when you're going to the diners, when you're walking into the facility, when you're in the gym. There's a lot more to it than boom, boom, boom. It's much more to that. And as far as paying your dues, I will condense this. If you I have two favorite songs in my career that sum up everything. I'm sure there's more, but if you listen to the words and correlate it to pro wrestling or being a professional athlete or being a human being, The Climb by Miley Cyrus and The Dance by Garth Brooks.
Hmm.
My newest third one is The Walk by Sawyer Brown. But if you watch them, it's all the same. It's the same trailer, different part.
Hmm.
And I love it. And I think every time I hear it, especially Miley's, I'm grateful. I could relate to it. It actually amps me up. And when I start getting amped, when I'm stop amping up and not doing what we're doing right now, then I am officially major league board certified retired.
Understandable. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice to see someone that has so much passion still all these years later. It's very refreshing.
I started amateur wrestling when I was 14 or 15. I was a pro at 21.
When you made that transition, was there anything that came natural for you, or maybe that was a little bit harder than what you thought when you started doing the professional wrestling side of it?
Harder than I thought. The only thing that helped me adapt, I think, number one, listening to a real pro and not talking back and saying, I know, because you don't know. You don't know. You don't have a clue. Okay? Some of these guys think they do. I don't care if you're Kurt Angle and you're an Olympic gold medalist. I'm sure he wasn't that, but he was way advanced already. So he just needs some fine tuning and transition. Um, yeah, I just between that and the training and the amateur wrestling, it gave me a little bit of an edge. But the biggest one is you're right. Keep your mouth shut, the passion, and listen to a real professional that did well in his life and his career.
Real quick, your sound went out a little bit. Like it sounds like
Uh-oh.
you're underwater a little bit.
Still?
Now you're good. Now you're back. Yeah, I don't know what
Oh, good.
happened. That little.
Okay.
Now you're good. You're good. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Technology, you know?
Yeah, really.
So, when do you feel like you first started to get the hang of things and then get your name out there within professional wrestling and then started traveling and making the towns?
Wow. I would say, uh, hmm, hmm, that's pretty hard. Not for a while. Like the first year, um, I was working for Vince Senior,
Hmm.
the WWF, and I was just putting guys over on TV. And the good part was, I did everything I told you about. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to get house shows. I'm at every TV, and I'm starting to get house shows locally, New York area, New Jersey. That's their headquarters, and I really like that. But I that's not all. I want a career. I'm not
Hmm.
saying I want the world title. I don't want that. I just want to be part of the team. So I asked Vince Senior twice. I said I've been here a year. I got to learn more and hit the road. And I was supposed to go to Oregon through Jimmy Snuka, but that failed because the territory was filled up. But Vince made a call to Jim Crockett, I think senior, and he got me in there, made a phone call, and he told me to be there. And I spoke to people on the phone. I packed up my car, and I was there for 2 years. Another second best move of my life, which I say all this in my book. And I'm traveling with the referees, Tommy Young, Sonny Fargo, but mostly I was traveling with Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man, Valiant, and Rufus R. Jones. What am I doing? Just listening to the stories. They're joking with me and ribbing with me, but not detrimental ribs, stupid ribs, immature ribs, just fun stuff to pay your dues. That's
Hmm.
part of it. That's part of it. And I'm gonna tell you what, I was in that car at least 5 days a week, driving Charlotte anywhere in North Carolina, South Carolina. We went to Canada once a month. Me, Johnny Weaver, Mike Rotundo went there and learned other things there. So basically, when you're in the stable of the Steamboats and the Youngbloods and One Man Gang and the list goes on and on and on. Big time superstars. You keep your mouth shut. You do what you're told. Keep your training up. If you don't progress, there's a problem.
Hmm. I
There's a
agree.
problem. So it was the best move of my life. Wrestling somebody every night, somebody different, and traveling with veterans. I love traveling with another one was Johnny Weaver and Roddy Piper. Again, I'm normally in a three group. I'm in the back seat. I'm just listening. That's all I'm
Hmm.
doing. And they would ask me something, and I would say something, but I never knew anything. I didn't. That's why I'm listening. And it was very important. Not too many companies do this anymore. They're $1 billion companies. We had to stay. If I was on first or second, Brian, I would have to stay to the end of the main event. You got to watch every match.
Hmm.
Why? You learn. You learn. You learn. And if you see, let's just say I was second match or I was fourth match and second match did I don't know, a Northern Light suplex. Don't do that in yours. although now you can, it's a little bit different story. But you don't repeat the finishes. The Crockett promotion, Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling, they had rules, and I followed them.
So that helped truly shape who you became as an athlete, as a professional wrestler, and to like perfect your craft. Like
Yeah,
you were all in.
all in. That was it. My
Hmm.
life was traveling safe, having a great match, listening to what you're told. Get back to the room. I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. And I gotta get to the gym.
Absolutely. What
So
doing it that way and then going through that, what were your goals at that point in time as you were learning and growing? Was there somewhere that you specifically wanted to go at that time period in your life, or were you just on the journey?
on the journey again, the climb. You got
Hmm.
to do the climb, Brian. You have to the dance first.
Hmm.
You got to pay the dues. You got to be preliminary. You got to go up those steps to the top. Because if you do the opposite, and I've witnessed it, I'm not going to mention names. I'm not in the mood right now. But if you do, you're going to have a fucker. It's going to be bad. Why? Well, you didn't pay dues. We gave you the Southern Championship 2 weeks in the business. Nothing's done. Nothing's paid. And you think it's bad for you're going to have a bad rep.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. That's
No.
what I've seen. I'd be happy if anybody wants to agree to disagree or debate it, whatever. But
Hmm.
I've been doing this for a long time,
Yes, sir.
and yeah, I mean, I know my craft. I'm not a know-it-all, and I still learn every day. And I watch different matches. I learn what to do and what not to do
Hmm.
in and out of the ring. Somebody wants to knock me, dispute me. I don't care. I don't put over nothing unless you're paying me.
I love your outlook, sir. I love it. I love that you're still you all these years later. Love it. Don't ever
It's a fact.
change.
It's a fact. It's a
Hmm.
fact. And I got nothing. Let me tell you something. When you don't admit or own that you're wrong, and just in life or in the wrestling business, especially, and you're this and you're that, you'll get nowhere.
Hmm.
So tomorrow's never guaranteed.
That's true. What are some of your favorite moments during that time period of your career?
Wow. My favorite, a bunch of stuff. I was, for the most part, always picked when they brought somebody new in and put
Hmm.
them over. That's a compliment if you think about it. See, 20 years ago, they disputed that and knocked it. Now the fans know. They
Hmm.
know all pro wrestling is right up there as far as athletics, your NBA, your soccer, your NFL. But let's go into the reality trend. It's right up there with all of them. The
Hmm.
housewives, the Big Brother, all of that stuff. Only more intense, more things to that political and behind the scenes.
Hmm.
So
Was there any particular matches during that time period that mean something to you personally?
well, in which era? So as far as what? So the beginning of my career, the middle, towards the end. Which would you like to hear?
When you were, climbing that ladder, like with the NWA, and how did that time period specifically shape the next steps for you?
Wow, I think it just progressed me as a worker.
Hmm.
And as far as you did mention NWA, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, that was one of my favorites because I was the Florida heavyweight champion. I defeated Mike Graham in his hometown. That's huge. It's
Yeah.
huge. It's just uh, first of all, that's what I grew up on. Florida Championship Wrestling with Gordon Soley. And here I am so many years later, I'm working for them. It was unfriggin' believable. I was in awe and I loved it. I'm seeing what I'm watching when I was in junior high and high school. And then the Florida heavyweight champion? I mean, that's a huge stepping stone. Normally, in normal trend, the Florida heavyweight champion gets a shot at the title.
Hmm.
Uh, last time I heard, Jack Briscoe was the Florida heavyweight champion, and then he went on and won the NWA world title. I'm not saying I'm in that circle, but it's prestigious. It's huge. It means
Yes, sir.
something. It was
Absolutely.
having a manager, having promos, in gimmick matches. It was great. Traveling to the Bahamas every month for the NWA. It was really awesome.
Not a bad gig back then.
No, not at all. Uh-uh.
How was it when you started, working with the WWF and you worked for it during different time periods, and how could you see it changing as you were growing within the company? And was that a good thing or a bad thing looking back at it at that time?
Well, well, when I was first there with Vince, I was just at TVs and house shows. It was just, it was an organization that was fine tuning itself.
Hmm.
So then when I came back to them, let's see, my first stint came back to them was I was notified. I think it was Jimmy Hart or Pat Patterson. I was working in Memphis, and they were treating me good. I was working 7 days a week, and me and Chick Donovan were the Southern Tag Team Champions. I was only there 7 months. That exposure got me somewhere.
Hmm.
I get a phone call. Hey Barry, we're gonna change your name. You may not be like you are in Memphis, but you're gonna make a lot more money. And what I made in 1 week there, you can't fathom what I made in 7 days in Memphis. And I'm not knocking them. Jarrett Promotions, Jerry Jarrett's awesome. There was a good crowd there, good people there, good crew there. Um, let's see, 4 main events, 3 semi-main events, 7 days. In that 1 week, I made in the WWF in I don't know a 3 minute match or something. Unbelievable. So
Hmm.
I knew the right choice. Okay,
Yes.
I don't need a belt. I don't need this. I don't believe me. I love that. I'm not knocking it, but at the end of the day, when I go to the bank, they don't say did you win or lose. They say how much you want to deposit. And if you're
Absolutely.
going by your career and your wins and losses, and you think that's going to get you somewhere, maybe you should quit pro wrestling and call Dana White up and ask for a tryout at the UFC. And after you get your ass stretched in about 5 seconds from Brock Lesnar, you'll
Hmm.
beg Vince for, or whoever's in charge, Triple H, whoever, I can't keep up with that company, whoever it is, you'll beg for your job back.
Hmm.
To each
At
his
when
own.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I prefer your outlook. When you were back working with the WWF, was it still professional wrestling at that time, or what could you see that sports entertainment was starting to creep in?
Creep a little bit, but not much. It was pretty hardcore until uh, I was there. I had a severe neck injury. I was out 11 months. Why they didn't hold my spot and take me back like other guys, I don't know. Again,
Mm-hmm.
pro wrestling has one guarantee. There's no guarantee.
It's
And I
true.
know that. You take it or leave it. So I went on to WCW. That was pretty cool. And then I went back to WWF. Okay. And then I went back to WCW. I haven't been there. I left, my contract was over, I think, in 97.
Hmm.
And I think from 98 on into the 2000s, that's when all the sports entertainment and da 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 da. And now they're unbelievable. I mean, in my opinion, nobody comes close to them. And
Yeah.
never say never, especially in the wrestling business. But come on now, you could take this $1 billion company here, a left screenshot, then you could take the WWE screenshot, night and day. It's like
No.
watching. It's like watching. Let me. I just. It's like watching the Oscars
Hmm.
in L.A. and then you're watching the People's Choice Award in a civic center in downtown St. Pete. I mean, it's
Yeah.
different. The
No. Yeah.
cameras, the this. There's so much to entail. Uh, some companies have fantastic wrestlers, and some don't. Some the gimmicks. It's back and forth with that. But when you come to production, and the first thing you hear, and using it for a punchline when you're a guest on Jimmy Fallon or whatever, They say WWE. They
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, you're going to body slam me or something. They always revert to them. And your stars are mega stars.
Yeah.
They are in the same sentence as Tom Brady. They're in the same sentence as Joe DiMaggio. Wherever you want to say, same sentence. Same sentence.
I couldn't agree more.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's mammoth.
How
That
was
speaks
your
volumes.
Yes, sir. How was your run in WWE in the 90s where people truly fell in love with Barry Horowitz? And did
That,
wrestling
yep,
that specific time period, even now today, the crowds are different, and I feel like back then it was so much louder. And did you know what you were in at that point in time?
I did and I didn't.
Mm.
Again, I just kept on trucking, just kept on going. You don't know how many times I have put my outfit on Monday Night Raw, got
Mm-hmm.
to the gorilla position where Gorilla Monsoon is sitting, and somebody else. There's always somebody, maybe a side guy helping him and whatnot. I've got up there. I'm pumped. I got the oil on. I'm ready to tear the place down. I'm going about 6, 7 minutes on TV, what have you. Hey, Barry, your match has been canceled because of live TV. So, nothing personal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got paid for putting my stuff on. You don't put it over. You don't say nothing verbal, loud, so people can go tell on you.
Yep.
And you don't cry like a big baby. Go somewhere else and make that money for putting your trunks on.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep. Watch the matches, eat my snack, you go to catering. You gotta think about all this. You really do.
Yeah. What are some moments during that WWF run that stand out to you personally, and that I know everyone tells you their favorite Barry Horowitz moments, but what are some of yours that mean something to you that people may not know?
Well, of course, my push. I mean, I mean, I was in every kind of match with Skip. I was
Mm-hmm.
with Hakushi. I did a commercial for Mattel for Karate Fighters. Uh, I played on the celebrity softball team in Anaheim at the WrestleMania. Um, I was up for a Slammy Award, Shocker of the Year. I mean, I was involved in every pay per view,
Yeah.
every in your house matches, King of the Ring, promos. Beautiful, unbelievable. I mean, it was something I didn't think I'd get, and I had to control myself, not let it get to me so I mess up. Just, you don't want to overthink, you don't want to underthink, got to keep it right in the middle.
How did you stay so level headed during all of this? Because I feel like 90% of the guys or girls wouldn't have reacted or acted the way that you did and composed yourself.
I think it's my upbringing from my mom and dad. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's my schooling. I think it's my common sense, my social skills, my people skills, all put together, listening to the right people in the business and maybe outside the business that are entrepreneurs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what did it. And then I watched from afar. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. And I think that's what did it for me. I mean,
Was
there's
there?
many times now. I'm telling you, there could have been problems in the locker room where I had to do something, and
Mm-hmm.
not that I'm a coward or backing down, but there's a pecking order.
Yeah.
So let's just say, for argument's sake, we'll call him face paint and shakes top rope and can't wrestle. He decides to say something to me in the locker room in front of the guys. I take him down. He's not going to
Mm-hmm.
block my leg. He's not going to block my I'm getting all worked up here. My leg dive. He's not gonna, and he's gonna fall, and he's gonna look
Mm-hmm.
silly, and he may hit his head, and his paint may fall off. I don't know. I don't care. There's ways of working around that. Now, if you're calling me this and calling that, we'll do it outside that ring, not
Mm-hmm.
around the stooges, not where I can get fired or made an example of. But there is. I'm not going to go into the guys, but in the early run, plenty of them that put it over and got fired, and the pecking order. I'm not doing that.
No.
Because let's say you do it, then they laugh at you because it was a silly rib. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I'm gone. I'm making nothing. No, not a good idea. And there's times where there was there, and it wasn't super bad, but there was times I knew what to do and protected it, and I don't forget. I don't forget and I don't forgive. Not on certain things in life. I
There you go.
don't forget. I don't forgive. If you're in that column in my list, you're in trouble. You're in my A list.
I don't want to be there.
Mm, it's fine. I don't. Not a problem.
Was
Got
there
the A list.
anything?
Got the B list. Got the C list.
Was there anything that during that WWF run that you would have liked to done or accomplished, or someone you would have liked to have worked with that maybe didn't come to fruition?
Oh well, I loved working with all the people like a Tommy Wildfire Rich and a Tom
Hmm.
Zink, all the Armstrongs. Uh, uh, those were my type. But at the same time, I can go out there with one man gang and make him look great in 3 minutes. That's
Hmm.
a true worker. Some guys can't do that. They don't know how. They don't want to. Um, I would say up there, and this is in the '90s too. Was top of my list is Skip and Owen Hart. Of course, Brett, his family. I'm leaving a lot of people out as far as Brady Boone. Uh, let's see. Oh, there was so many. I think I said Tom Zink. I did, and Wildfire Rich. Yep, I said that. Of course, Brian Blair, Steve Kern, Mike Graham. These are way on my list, and we complement each other in the wrestling ring. We know how to get a match over. And I don't mean ding, ding, ding and run to the dressing room and take a
Hmm.
shower. We know what to tell a story.
Yes, sir.
So there's good matches and there's great matches. I want to be, that was a great match, Barry.
Hmm. How did how did WCW come to be? Was that your decision? Was that their decision? And
That was
did
mine.
you, did you know that that was the career path that you wanted to go? Was it time to leave?
Well, it was time to leave. They weren't putting me on TV. Very unprofessional of not telling me nothing. Nobody
Hmm.
told me nothing. Nobody came up to me, and I could have went on for another year or two easily. They could have did something with me. I've seen them reinvent people. That's ridiculous,
Hmm.
and you could have did it. I'm still grateful for the push. Um, it's just disrespectful. Take me to the side and talk to me. You would do that in a regular job. You
Yeah.
would do that in Hollywood. You would do that in the NFL.
How was your time in WCW?
It was okay. Um, I got paid more than I wrestled. I was at Nitros. I was at Thunders. I was at Saturday main event. And then it got all chopped in half. That's just their formula. Fine. I'll wrestle once or twice a month. And then I did the indies.
Was it as dysfunctional when you went in as everyone says it was?
Um, I didn't catch too much. It wasn't WWF. Owner never, whoever's in charge,
Hmm.
never talked to me. Let me think. Yeah, not too many people. I think I met Ted Turner once, shook his hand. Um, uh, yeah, not the same thing, but
Hmm.
I was still happy though. I was still happy, and I knew different people there that I haven't seen in a while, and wrestled the different wrestlers there, which was fun. So
Is is there any moments
yeah,
from WCW that stick out?
mm, I liked when they did the thing with me and David Flair.
Hmm.
That was pretty cool. That's TV time. I was picked. It's cool. It's better than not being picked.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And also it was really cool, and it's maybe trivial to some people. Some people know this, some people don't. Um, one of the times in WCW, the Freebirds were there, and I was the third bird. They just put some makeup on me. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then there was a time where Dallas Page was at the ring, and six people in what do you call SWAT suits. You can't see your face, the helmet, all of that. I was the main one. So I came down there. My guys followed me. We got in the ring and we circled Diamond Dallas Page. I'm the first one to nail him in the back, put the boots to him. Then we all joined, and nobody ever knew it. We never revealed it. It happened one time.
How has life been since WCW?
Uh, okay. Let's see. WCW finished. Uh, nope. Yeah, I left there and went back to. No, let's see. 97. I was in the. I'm sorry. I left WWF and then I left. Oh, of course, it gets sold and nobody tells me. I got no plane tickets. They're coming once or twice a month. They bought us a fax machine and everything so they would be accurate. And all of a sudden, I get no phone calls. Another disrespectful,
Hmm.
unprofessional thing. Probably if I was somebody else, they would have called me.
Did you continue professional wrestling after that on the independent scene? And did your,
I did until I got tired of the weekend warrior mark promoters, and I
hmm
decided to lean back on what I wrestled at FSU, and I was a sports nutritionist, vitamin specialist. It's more of a it was the vitamins and nutrition of sporting athletes. I
hmm
did other things outside that, but that was my main thing. So I did that for a few years. I was invested in a company that it went sideways because of the people that I was joined with in the team. They
hmm
were more of their uh, like they would judge you like what you could do for me, what you could do for me on a selfish scale, not what you could
yeah.
do for me by selling things and you're this and you're that. See, you don't go to the horse's ass, you go to the head. And when
hmm
your ego runs your life, you're in trouble, bro.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, in my opinion.
How is life for you today? Now that how is it? All these fans are discovering Barry Horowitz now. All these
Mm-hmm.
fans are coming up to you at conventions and signings, and they're still love you all these years later.
Oh, it's great. I do the meet and greets. I do seminars. I'm training 5 days a week at the house. I do podcasts. I have my merchandise. Also, we do podcasts, and I'm really huge on Cameo.
Hmm. Where
I've
can
got
people
at
get?
least what's that?
Go ahead. I was gonna say, where
Go
can
ahead.
people get your merchandise?
Well, when I come to, you can go online. KWK.com is huge. ProWrestlingTees.com, huge. YouTube. My book is on Amazon. When I'm at the meet and greets, we do photo ops. I've got 8x10s. I've got different merchandise. I got the official Barry Horowitz yarmulke. I've got the stick pins people wear on their head like Ozzy used to do. Um, yeah, it's really cool, and I'm really proud. I am in the making, but it's on hold right now. Last but not least, my bucket list is an audiobook,
Okay.
but that's got put on a shelf for right now. Too much going on in my life. So, and of course, I would really love to be a coach backstage, helping with finishes, helping mentor somebody like I was taught.
Have you ever been invited to the PC to do like the week long trainings or
Absolutely
anything?
not. No, and I live 45 minutes from there. They'd rather bring in somebody they don't know, never worked for them, and doesn't have my credentials. Am I the best? No. But do I need a tryout? I mean, that's
No.
disrespectful. Try me out and see if I don't pass
Hmm. My,
verbally and physically and mentally. I will pass. I am sure of myself.
I
You can
believe
call
you,
it
sir.
old school, new school. You can call it whatever you want. But when you watch the NFL and Howie Long's talking and he talks about an old school tackle, yes, it is. You can't change it from today, though. What do you
Hmm.
modify it? It's a tackle.
Hmm.
Boom.
My final question for you, sir. When that call comes for the Hall of Fame, because it's coming,
Really?
would you accept it? And who would you want to induct you into the Hall of Fame?
Wow. I would accept it, and top of my list would be my father, which he's passed away, and my great 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 mentor, Professor Boris Malenko, has passed away. So right now, that's good. I'm glad. And the entrepreneur that introduced me, Lenny Greenberg, to the great Malenko, which he's number one in my book. Um, these are all people that have passed, and I just don't want to throw somebody in there. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't. I don't know. You know, that's good. I'd have to think about that one. I really would.
I don't know if you hear it enough, but your name is up there with all the greatest in this industry. Your work speaks for itself. Whether it's people or fans, or you do not get enough credit for what you've done and what you continue to do. So I want to thank you for what you've done for professional wrestling and what you
Oh,
continue to do, sir.
well, I appreciate it, and you're a real person. The other people, especially the boys, they won't do that,
Hmm.
and I don't need to go into that. It's self-explanatory. I really don't care. I care about what I'm doing. I don't step
Hmm.
on toes or anything. If you don't like me and you don't know what me about and you're knocking me, well, that's good and you're entitled. But if I'm thinking about what you're saying stuff, you're a moron and you're a mark for yourself.
Where can people reach out to you at?
Facebook. Facebook, they could reach out to me, and whenever I'm at, just look up the meet and greets. Uh, I've been MIA for the last year, and this is the first time I'm going to mention it, and the only time probably. And you're the you're the podcast that I picked. I have been injured for over a year and didn't tell anybody. Now I may not look it right now, but I've had 4 major surgeries this year, and they were all related from wrestling as I got older and working out with weight. So I'm back on the comeback trail. I'm cleared to go back to the gym. I still took care of myself, but I'll probably put on some little bit more weight, maybe get bigger because of muscle memory.
Hmm.
And yeah, I still kept in touch with everybody, whatnot. I don't. I'm not one of these guys that gets on the internet and I'm in my hospital bed and a GoFundMe. I don't do that. I don't need pity. I'll take care of myself and my family. So, but I am happy that I've got through this because I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't walking for 8 months. Yeah. hmm
That's horrible. I'm
And
sorry that
I
you had to go
credit
through that.
to my mindset, the doctors, my nutrition, my rest. So, yeah, I'm really lucky. I'm really, really lucky. So,
I'm glad that
yeah. So I'm on the
I'm.
comeback trail, but only for the comeback for my family and for myself. As far as wrestling, I always like to look good at the meet and greets and when I
Hmm.
travel. But I don't have to do the training that I did when I was a pro wrestler. You'll never do that unless you're there.
Hmm.
Like if you're a pro wrestler and you're under contract, you got a job and you're really training, you'll never get in that shape or look like that ever again in your life. It's
Hmm.
impossible. You can go to the gym every day, but you gotta get the ring cardio, the ring persona, the ring mentoring, the ring period is 50% of the body and mind, and the other 50% is your lifting and your training
Hmm.
and your nutrition.
I'm
So
glad to.
yeah, never. It just it just can't be.
Well,
That's just the way it works.
I am glad to see that you're on the road to recovery. You're doing well. I'm glad
Oh
that
yeah.
you're still doing this. I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
to see that you're still as passionate as ever for professional
Oh, thank
wrestling.
you.
If there is ever any, I do greatly appreciate your time today. And once again, thank you for what you've done for this industry. Thank you for the memories for me growing up watching you. I appreciate everything that you've ever done. And just thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. I mean, it was a pleasure to be on your show. Your questions were good. I wish we could have went longer. Maybe there's a part two. We tell some
Okay.
stories. We talk more in depth about my career because there's no way I could sum it up in even hours.
I
I'm
would love
serious.
that, sir. I would love
Oh
that.
yeah, it would be great. And I have a little gift for you, and it's
Okay.
visual, if you don't mind. This goes out to you, your family, your fans, my fans, which I love. They're all great. Do that every day, and you'll feel good.
Thank you for your time, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you.